All right, let's talk about a car that's become so much more than just a car. It's a true cultural icon, really, a starter kit for a whole generation of car enthusiasts. Of course, I'm talking about the Subaru WRX. You know the scene, right? If you've ever been to a Cars and Coffee, you've seen it. You're walking the lot and then, boom, there they are. A whole line of them. Different colors, different wheels, but they all have that signature hood scoop and you can just feel that boxer engine rumble. It's a subculture right there on display. And seeing that, it just makes you wonder why. It's not the fastest car out there. It's not the fanciest. So why does it feel like the absolute default choice for so many people who are just getting into performance cars? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. So what's the first piece of this puzzle? Well, it really just boils down to this perfect mix of accessible power and genuine excitement. For anyone wanting to dip their toes into the world of performance for the first time, the WRX is pretty much the perfect entry point. Okay, so the latest WRX is packing a 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer engine, and it makes about 271 horsepower. Now, that number is in the perfect sweet spot. It's quick enough to put a huge smile on your face. We're talking 0 to 60 in around 5.5 seconds, but it's not so crazy that it's going to intimidate a newer driver. But here's the real secret, and it's not just about that peak horsepower. The WRX gives you a really strong kick of torque way down low in the revs, and what that means is the car feels punchy and alive all the time. You don't have to be a race car driver to find the fun. You just step on the gas and it just goes. And this, right here, is probably its biggest trump card. I mean, rivals like the Civic Si or the GTI, they're fantastic front-wheel drive cars, no doubt, but the WRX comes standard with Subaru's Symmetrical All-Wheel Drive. For anybody who lives where it rains or, snows, this is an absolute game changer. It takes the car from a fun weekend toy to something you can actually count on all year round. But look, the performance you get right out of the box, that's really only half the story. For so many owners, the real magic isn't what comes from the factory, it's what you turn the car into yourself. And this quote just nails it. The WRX is seen as a blank canvas. It's a starting point for a project car that lets you express your own style, your own ideas about performance. It's why almost nobody keeps them totally stock. And because of that, there's this kind of classic starter pack for mods. It usually kicks off with an intake and an exhaust, to let the engine breathe and get that awesome sound. Then you get an engine tune to wake it up and unlock some more power. After that, coilovers, wheels, the aftermarket for these things is huge. The possibilities are pretty much endless. But you can't really get the WRX until you understand where it came from. The soul of this car wasn't forged on a smooth racetrack. It was born in the mud and the gravel of the world's toughest rally stages. Yeah, just picture it. That iconic image is just burned into the minds of millions of car fans. It's the ultimate picture of an underdog, this humble sedan doing these incredible, unbelievable things. That's what created the legend that Subaru still lives on today. See, this history is what gives the car its soul. Subaru took this huge gamble back in the 90s and it paid off big time, making them a force in the World Rally Championship with absolute legends like Colin McRae behind the wheel. They were so dominant they won 3 manufacturers' titles in a row. And you can see that DNA in the car today. The hood scoop, the turbo, the all-wheel drive, it's all a direct link to that rally heritage. It makes you feel like you're part of something. So you've got the performance, you've got the history, and all of that builds into what might just be the most powerful reason of all, the people. When you buy this car, you're also buying a membership to a club. Seriously, if you've ever owned a WRX, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the wave you get from another driver on the freeway, the nod you get at the gas station. It's this little secret handshake on wheels that says, hey, you're one of us. It's a really cool feeling of belonging. And it's not just on the road. The second you get one, you're instantly plugged into this massive support system. There are forums for every question, Facebook groups, subreddits, countless YouTube channels, not to mention local meets. You're never alone with a problem, which makes the car way less intimidating, especially for a first-timer. Okay, but let's be real for a second. As much as people love this car, it is far, far from perfect. And the community definitely has some gripes. First off, the styling of the new one. That plastic cladding, people either love it or they absolutely hate it. There's not much in between. And then there's Subaru's decision to get rid of the legendary STI model. That one really stung a lot of the hardcore fans. Plus, let's be honest, in a straight line, it's not the king of the hill anymore. But here's the thing. The whole point of the WRX was never to be the absolute best at just one thing. Its real strength has always been its incredible versatility.
It's like the Swiss Army knife of performance cars.
So when you add it all up, the performance, the culture, the rally history, the practicality, you start to see the WRX's true role in the car world. I mean, just look at this formula. It's the secret sauce. How many cars today give you 4 doors so you can live your life, a turbo for that kick of excitement, a manual transmission for that pure driving feel, and all-wheel drive for confidence in any weather, all in one affordable package? It's an incredibly rare combination. And that is why the WRX is the ultimate gateway car. For so many people, this is the car that starts the obsession. It's their first turbo car, their first manual, the first car they ever modify, and once you get a taste of that, you're hooked. It's the car that turns you from someone who just drives into a true car enthusiast. So there you have it, the perfect storm of performance, heritage, and community that created a modern-day legend. Which leaves me with one last question for you. If it was your money on the line for that perfect first performance car, would you join the WRX club, or would you choose something else?